biting wind howled through the skeletal branches of the pine trees, carrying with it a fresh blanket of snow that settled softly on the silent town. Each passing day, the streets grew emptier, the shop fronts darker. The only beacons of life were Tilly's Donuts, smelling of warm sugar and coffee, and the perpetually open doors of Zambar Burger. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, come rain, snow, or the creeping desolation, Zambar Burger promised always hot and always fresh. It was strange, the townspeople muttered, how the staff never seemed to change, yet the clientele, they simply vanished. Customers would pull up, disappear inside, and their vehicles would remain in the snow-covered lot for days, sometimes weeks, before being unceremoniously towed away. Zambar Burger, with its rustic wooden facade and glowing sign, was an eco-friendly vegan establishment, a staunch bastion of animal rights in a world overrun by mainstream fast food chains that openly ridiculed their environmentalist convictions. One particularly frigid night, a craving I couldn't shake took hold of me. A craving for Zambar Burger's legendary triple stack burger, their spicy potato wedges, and a large Coke. Against my better judgment, I bundled up and drove through the hushed, snow-laden streets. The bell above the door jingled softly as I entered, the warmth inside a welcome contrast to the bitter cold. The air was thick with the scent of cooked vegetables and something vaguely earthy. I placed my order with the usual stoic employee behind the counter, a gaunt young man with unnervingly bright eyes. While he tallied my total, my gaze drifted towards the partially ajar door of the back kitchen. There, on the gleaming white tile floor, was a spill. Not just any spill, but a dark, viscous stain that spread like an inky pool. And then I saw them, faint, dark imprints on the wall above the spill, like something had scrabbled desperately, leaving behind claw marks. My heart hitched. It looked disturbingly like dried blood, and those weren't just scratches, they were handprints. I paused, a knot of unease tightening in my stomach. The employee, noticing my diverted attention, stiffened. He turned from the counter, a mop already in his hand, and began to vigorously scrub at the stain. His eyes, when they met mine, were cold and sharp, a silent warning, mind your own damn business. Chastened, and suddenly very uncomfortable, I paid and quickly made my exit, clutching my brown paper bag like a lifeline. The icy air outside felt oddly refreshing after the suffocating atmosphere of the restaurant. I practically sprinted to my car, eager to be home, eager to dissect the mystery of Zambar Burger from a safe distance. Back in my own kitchen, I laid out my bounty. I always brought my own condiments, a thick, creamy mayonnaise and a generous slice of cheddar cheese, because Zambar Burger, in their unwavering commitment to veganism, was entirely against dairy and eggs. I peeled back the wax paper from the triple stack burger, the warm scent of grilled patty wafting up. But as I prepared to add my toppings, something caught my eye, something dark and oddly shaped protruding from the very center of the patty. It didn't look like a vegetable or a spice or anything remotely edible. It was organic. Horrifyingly, sickeningly organic. My blood ran cold. With trembling fingers, I nudged it and the piece dislodged. It was small, no bigger than an inch, but unmistakably, undeniably, a human finger. The nail was chipped and the skin was pallid. The triple stack burger, the spicy potato wedges, the large Coke, they all blurred into a single, horrifying image. The strange disappearances, the unyielding hours, the stern glares, and the dark, clawed handprints on the kitchen wall. It all clicked into place with a sickening thud. Zambar Burger wasn't just against mainstream fast food chains. They were against anything mainstream. And their organic ingredients were far more sinister than any animal product could ever be. The town might be falling desolate, but Zambar Burger was thriving, one vanished customer at a time.